Great evening, everyone. I just want to let you know I love this country. I love President Trump. I appreciate our administration and how much they have done so far. But I just want to let you know that the mainstream media is the enemy of the people, which includes pseudoscience, a false medical system, a false banking system. There's a whole bunch of things that are completely opposite of truth. And if you want actual problems to be solved, then they should be teaching you truth. Like, if you believe in a globe still, that's why all of these problems exist, because it's a bunch of globalists controlling the narrative. They call it a world stage for a reason, because they know the earth is flat. If you go read the derivation of a linear aircraft, NASA documents, it teaches you. They fly on a flat, non-rotating plane. No airline pilot has ever accounted for curvature or a rotating Earth when they fly. If they did, there would be way more plane accidents. I don't want to blackpill anyone. I appreciate truth, but I'm not into conspiracies or into believing. I believe in miracles. I believe in my immune system. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the Bible. I believe in miracles. I believe in my mother and father. These things are necessary to believe in. Everything else you should know. You know what I mean? To believe in a pseudoscience priest who doesn't even know the scientific method, who creates theories to explain his the scientific method, first of all, either proves or falsifies a theory. But if you have some actor pretending to be a scientist and they create a new theory because they didn't get the result or the outcome that they expected from their experiment, then they're not a scientist. That's an actor. It's pseudoscience. All of them. Brian Cox, Stephen Hawking, Albert Einstein, Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I haven't seen a real scientist since, I don't know. I've met real scientists, but no one on television is real science. Because they're all brainwashed. That's the problem. That's why these problems still exist in this world, you know? And I'm saying, if you open up your Bible and you learn the story of creation and you learn that we are on a fixed, non-rotating plane and God set us on the pillars, and you read the Bible literally, and you don't expect any science fiction adaptation of it, and you don't acknowledge it, and you don't, first of all, you don't even know your own model. The earth was created on foundation. It was separated, the light from the darkness. Then he filled the basin, the earth appeared, created man and woman, gave us dominance over all the plants and animals, jurisdiction over the land, air, and water, the land, air, and sea, LAW, law, from the beginning, from creation. But you all add heliocentric sorcery and heliocentric ideas, terminology, words that don't exist in the original version of God's creation. God's original words you guys are taking from and adding to. That is blasphemy. That's why the problem still exists. You guys are like, you're not even 50-50. You guys are just dipping your toes in the water, seeing how warm it is to see if you want to jump in. Like, you guys live in a false reality. If an airplane could travel at a mile per second, it would still take billions of years to get to the closest star. And you believe in heliocentric cartoons, you believe in false timelines, especially our history. Our history is all fake. It's called His Story for a reason. Every civilization before NASA knew of God's creation. And they knew and they accepted it and they honored it and they lived according to the cycles of the sun and moon and the way the earth is originally supposed to be. Then you got these Nazis. They created NASA from Pina Moon, fake rocket programs. Got you believing in nonsense. And they created the Federal Reserve and the stock market and the oil industry Oil is the biggest hoax ever. Oil is probably the most abundant resource on Earth, but they tell you it comes from dinosaurs that were extinct. It's stupid. Elon Musk is a fraud. He's not brilliant. He's not a genius. He's an actor. Go learn about his history with the PayPal Mafia and how they just pay him to be a spokesman for everything that they steal and buy, and then they act like he did something great with it. If he believed in Nikola Tesla's real intentions, he would make alternating current cars so that way it would be real free energy. You can't even afford to buy a energy saving vehicle nowadays if you want to buy one from Tesla. It's bullshit. The government gives them money for each car that they sell. Elon Musk is a fraud, just like NASA. You're all going to be audited because you're stealing trillions and trillions of dollars. You're twisting the original creation, using it to your advantage as your fake pseudoscience to control the people. I'm disappointed in you all. You guys are not valid. You're inviolable. You should work on your stuttering problem, Elon. Then I might take you a little seriously. No one took you seriously. Department of Government Efficiency. But you're one of the biggest frauds in the world, pretending you're going to Mars. And no one ever going to Mars. In a fucking rocket, especially. First of all, the lands of Mars is Anunnaki lands. They're all evil controllers of the original bloodlines and the ones who deceived and decepted this world before God separated us from them. And you want to go and try to make contact there. First of all, it's not possible. You will never go there. They just make slaves and experiments. Anunnaki lands. And you're talking about going to Mars, colonizing Mars. Elon Musk, you're going to get eaten by an Anunnaki if you try to go to Mars. It doesn't even sound right. This is a freaking science fiction bullshit. You know? So, stop believing in science fiction and learn about the truth of this creation. Because all of you guys are invalid, you know? That's the real truth. You can appreciate truth, but if your truth exists on a floating cartoon ball, you have no foundation. That's why you have no truth. You need to have a solid, firm foundation. It starts in the Bible. Alright? Getting tired of repeating myself. It's no longer worth trying to convince idiots, you know? I learn something every day. All day, every day I'm learning. But I'm learning more that people are just ignorant and they love being lied to. And it's way easier to lie to someone than to convince them they've been lied to. So that's the world we live in, you know? Bunch of puppets and strings. So do what you want. Go research the truth. If you really want to know the truth, go and you can win 3 Bitcoin if you can have any globe proof. Not just saying words and repeating definitions of words, but actual scientific data, science, research, testing variables, showing the proof, showing, you know, doing the actual method, which is not possible. Anyone with eyes that can see knows that our Earth is fixed and stationary. So, but if you can prove it, go ahead and try, and you can win 3 Bitcoin. Go to flatearthdave.com. Take his 2-week course, and then make sure you go check his frequently asked questions, because everything that you think that is proof of a globe is not, and it'll be debunked in his frequently asked questions. It's not possible to prove that we live on a globe. It's possible to observe a stationary Earth from many altitudes. So, yeah, go do your own research or just keep participating in the solution. 'Cause I don't think anyone really wants the truth. I think everyone's just comfortable in their own sin, in their own delusion, in their devil dumbness. You know what I mean? They're comfortable right at where they're at in their devil dumbness. No one really wants truth. So, but if you do, open up your Bible, first page of Genesis, go to flatearthdave.com. Start researching it for yourself. Have a wonderful day.